تو مرا این خاطرات روز شب درد پیگیر من است سبول علاجمی همین درد بی درمان شنیدی حال من یعنی همین.
Love this song. Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you? My face is burning today. Why? Hi, Joanna. My face is burning because my beautician canceled on me because she got sick. We know with what. And I decided to do something on my face which didn't go well. So tonight's story will be short because I need to take care of my burning skin. But I will read from the bottom of my heart, regardless of how my face is doing. All right, if you're tuning in tonight is a very beautiful story. So it's the continuation of a really long title. The woman whose hands were cut off for giving alms to the poor. And followed by the story of the devout Israelite. I hope I said that right. All right. Just heard something. Oh my God. Okay. Enjoy the reading. Let me just get comfortable. That's better. Now when it was the 348th night, she said, "It hath reached me, O auspicious king, that quoth the beggar to the woman, Give me an alms, however small. But she answered him, How can I give thee aught, when the king cutteth off the hands of all who give alms? Then he said, I conjure thee by Allah Almighty, give me an alms. So when he adjured her by the holy name of Allah, she had ruth on him and gave him 2 scones. The king heard of this, whereupon he called her before him. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I am really sorry. There's a street cat I take care of, Tiger, and he's standing in front of my door because somebody let him into the building, and he's meowing. So he will continue until I get up and either take him out or let him in or something. Just give me a second, sorry. All right, I'm so sorry to make it up to you. This is the other cat, this is Button. I thought I'm gonna show her to you because I cannot let Tiger in yet. You wanna say hi? You show everybody your furry fur and your green eyes? Joepie, put on. All right. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Yeah, just keep laughing. I literally just ran downstairs. We are going to start from scratch, guys. Okay. This is going to be definitely one of the footages for the bloopers. Okay. Yeah, while other people were working or trying to find work during the pandemic and the lockdowns in the last year, I simply just took care of 2 ginger cats and a few elderly people in my buildings. All right. Back to the 1001 Nights. Now when it was the 348th night, she said, "It hath reached me, O auspicious king, that quoth the beggar to the woman, Give me an alms, however small. But she answered him, How can I give thee aught, when the king cutteth off the hands of all who give alms? Then he said, I conjure thee by Allah Almighty, give me an alms. So when he adjured her by the holy name, of Allah, she had ruth on him and gave him 2 scones. The king heard of this, whereupon he called her before him and cut off her hands, after which she returned to her house. Now it chanced after a while that the king said to his mother, I have a mind to take a wife, so do thou marry me to a fair woman. Quoth she, There is among our female slaves one who is unsurpassed in beauty, but she had a grievous blemish. The king asked, What is that? And his mother answered, She hath had both her hands cut off. Said he, Let me see her. So she brought her to him, and he was ravished by her, and married her, and went in unto her, and begat upon her a son. Now this was the woman who had given 2 scones as an alms to the asker, and whose hands had been cut off therefore. And when the king married her, her fellow wives envied her, and wrote to the common husband that she was an unchaste, having just given birth to the boy. So he wrote to his mother, bidding her carry the woman into the desert and leave her there. The old queen obeyed his commandment and abandoned the woman and her son in the desert, whereupon she fell to weeping for that which had befallen her, and wailing with exceeding sore wail. As she went along, she came to a river and knelt down to drink, being overcome with excess of thirst, for fatigue of walking and for grief. But as she bent her head, the child please, let it just be Joanna watching this. Okay, but as she bent her head, the child which was at her neck fell into the water. Guys, I know it's not funny. But it actually is. There's like so much like bad stuff happening to her. I'm sorry, I've got a dark sense of humor sometimes. Alright, so Then she sat weeping bitter tears for her child. And as she wept, behold, came up two men who said to her, What maketh thee weep? Quoth she, I had a child at my neck, and he hath fallen into the water. They asked, Wilt thou that we bring him out to thee? It's okay, I'm getting there. Wilt thou that we bring him out to thee? And she answered, Yes. So they prayed to Almighty Allah, and the child came forth of the water to her, safe and sound. Then said they, Wilt thou that Allah restore thee thy hands as they were? Yes, replied she. Whereupon they prayed to Allah, extolled and exalted be He, and her hands were restored to her, goodlier than before. Then said they, Knowest thou who we are? This is the most unrelaxed night of reading, really. It's like dog was barking and the cat is outside. Knowest thou who we are? And she replied, Allah is all-knowing. And they said, We are thy 2 scones of bread, which thou gavest in alms to the asker, and which were the cause of the cutting off of thy hand. So praise thou Allah Almighty, for that He hath restored to thee thy hands and thy child. Then she praised Almighty Allah and glorified Him. And a man relate the tale of, here it comes. Now the book is falling apart, you see, it's just not, I don't know. Is it full moon or something? I don't know. Okay. This is just the devout Israelite. This is not going right. All right. I'm going to get there. There was once a devout man of the children of Israel, whose family span cotton thread, and he used every day to sell the yarn and buy fresh cotton, and with the profit he laid in daily bread for his household. One morning he went out and sold the day's yarn as wont, when there met him one of his brethren who complained to him of need. So he gave him the price of the thread and returned, empty-handed, to his family, who said to him, Where is the cotton and the food? Quoth he, Such an one met me and complained to me of want, whereupon I gave him the price of the yarn. And they said, How shall we do? We have nothing to sell. Now they had a cracked trencher and a jar. So he took them to the bazaar, but none would buy them of him. However, presently, as he stood in the market, there passed by a man with a fish. And Shahrazad perceived the dawn of day, and ceased saying her permitted say. Now when it was the 349th night, she said, It hath reached me, O auspicious king, that the man took the trencher and jar to the bazaar, but none would buy them of him. However, there presently passed by a man with a fish, which was so stinking and so swollen that no one would buy it of him. And he said to the Jew, Wilt thou sell me thine unsaleable ware for mine? Yes, answered the Jew. And giving him the wooden trencher and jar, took the fish and carried it home to his family, who said, What shall we do with this fish? Quoth he, We will broil it and eat it, till it please Allah to provide bread for us. So they took it, and ripping open its belly, found therein a great pearl, and told the head of the household, who said, See ye if it be pierced. If so, it belongeth to some one of the folk. If not, 'tis a provision of Allah for us. So they examined it and found it unpierced. Now when it was the morrow, the Jew carried it to one of his brethren, which was an expert in jewels. And the man asked, O such an one, whence hadst thou this pearl? Whereto the Jew answered, It was a gift of Almighty Allah to us. And the other said, It is worth 1,000 dirhams, and I will give thee that. But take it to such an one, for he hath more money and skill than I. So the Jew took it to the jeweler, who said, It is worth 70,000 dirhams, and no more. Then he paid him that sum, and the Jew hired 2 porters to carry the money to his house. As he came to his door, a beggar accosted him, saying, Give me of that which Allah hath given thee. Quoth the Jew to the asker, But yesterday we were even as thou. Take thee half this money. So he made 2 parts of it, and each took his half. Then said the beggar, Take back thy money, and Allah bless and prosper thee in it. I am a messenger, whom thy Lord hath sent to try thee. Quoth this Jew, To Allah be the praise and the thanks, and abode in all delight of life, he and his household till death. You have to give me a moment. Excuse me. Warte, runter. Runter, aber schnell. Digi. It's a zoo tonight. And men recount also the story of Abu Hassan al-Ziyadi and the Khurasan man. Quoth Abu Hassan al-Ziyadi, I was once in straitened case and so needy that the grocer, the baker, and other tradesmen dunned and importuned me. And my misery became extreme, for I knew of no resource nor what to do. Things being on this wise, there came to me one day certain of my servants, and said to me, At the door is a pilgrim white, who seeketh admission to thee. Quoth I, Admit him. So he came in, and behold, he was a Khurasani. We exchanged salutation, and he said to me, Tell me, art thou Abu Hassan al-Ziyadi? And I replied, Yes, what is thy wish? Quoth he, I am a stranger, and am minded to make the pilgrimage, but I have with me a great sum of money, which is burdensome to bear. So I wish to deposit these 10,000 dirhams with thee, whilst I make my pilgrimage and return. If the caravan march back, and thou see me not, then know that I am dead, in which case the money is a gift from me to thee. But if I come back, it shall be mine. I answered, Be it as thou wilt, and thus please Allah Almighty. So he brought out a leather bag, and I said to the servant, Fetch the scales. When he brought them, the man weighed out the money and handed it to me, after which he went his way. Then I called the purveyors and paid them my liabilities. And Shahrazad perceived the dawn of day and ceased to say her permitted say. Oh, what a reading tonight. I'm so sorry. I hope at least you had a good laugh. And if not, well, there's also taste in humor, isn't there? So for those of you tuning in or watching it to the end, so what happened is, first there was my street cat at the door because somebody let him into the house and he was meowing in front of the door. Second, my in-house cat started running around like crazy in the house. Third, I heard something that scared me. Fourth, all the pages of the book came out. 5, I opened the window to check because I heard a dog bark. And now the cat is meowing on the outside. And I'm going to feed him and schmooze him. And then I'm going to send you a picture and let you know who it is, all right? Much love to you. I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you for tuning in. And as usual, remember to go inwards instead of outwards. Unless outwards is really, really funny as tonight. Much love to you. Bye.